Hey there, welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be showing you how I made this diorama of Moonshadow from the Elder Scrolls series. Moonshadow is the realm of the Daedric Princes, the Queen of Dawn and Dusk, and unfortunately the unofficial Elder Scrolls page does not have that much information on it. According to the page, the realm is beautiful enough to render its visitors half-blind, which is not something I believe to be possible, and I'm also not interested in doing that to my viewers. It is said to contain flowers, waterfalls, pink trees, and a city of silver, as well as a rose palace that Azura herself resides in. This is ultimately what I decided to base my interpretation off of, as the alternative would be me flashbanging you all with some lights. Again. Taking a craft coaster, I take some brown paint and then paint on where the eventual river will be on the diorama. Then the rest of the negative space gets covered in glue, and then I sprinkle model dirt onto it. This is then followed by model grass. That's it for the base right now. Now to turn to the clay details. Taking pieces of pink clay, I press the pieces into thinner sheets, and then start layering them on top of each other. Once I built up enough of a rose shape, I finish off the rose with 3 large petals in a darker pink. I do this 3 times, 2 of the roses being smaller and 1 of them being larger. I then line the edges of the dark pink petals with dark green. It looks like black paint on camera, but trust me, it is dark green. I then turn my attention to the trees, which I start by mixing up some pink paint, and then using that paint to colour chunks of a sponge that I previously ripped up. I then take some matchsticks and dye them brown, before cutting them to size, and gluing pieces of the foam flocking on top of them. The last thing I work on is a rock, which is just multiple colours of clay mixed together, and then a mouth carved into one side of the rock. Time for assembly. I start by placing the roses, and then all of the trees, and then tape off where the river runs through the diorama. Taking a piece of cling wrap, I brush a thick layer of resin onto it and then cure that, before carefully peeling away the resin from the cling wrap. I then pour more resin onto the diorama itself, and then cure that as well. I trim the waterfall to size, and then using even more resin, I attach it to the mouth of the rock, and once that's attached, I then attach it to the river. This was absolutely nerve-wracking, and I had no idea if this was going to work. It didn't help that I couldn't actually see what I was doing once I'd turned the lamp on. You see that? Fuck, I'm good. Once I finished celebrating, I added a gloss varnish to all of the resin bits, and then finished the diorama off with some additional yellow flowers that I just painted on. And with that, it's finished. Thank you for watching. I believe we're just under the halfway point of this series now, and I'm very much excited to continue tackling each of the Daedric planes. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you all in the next one. Until then, have a good one.